As soon as you set out a goal for yourself or you get a brilliant new idea, instantly your mind is going to get bombarded with doubts. Why you can't reach this goal, or why you can't take this action, why you can't manifest this thing. And the reason for this is because there is a force in this world that is trying to keep us small. This force, this essence that exists, it's called the negative force. And this is an essence. It's not who we are. We are not our egos. We are our higher self. We are our soul. But we're also limited in this human experience, in this human body, and we have an ego. The ego is our limitations. The ego is who we are in this life, in this body, everything that we currently identify with that is not in alignment with our highest self. Right? This isn't something that we should fear. We shouldn't fear this negative force, but rather we should understand its existence, know the role that it plays in our life, what its job is, which is literally to keep us safe, to keep us playing small, keep us where we currently are in our life so we don't expand ourselves to create the life of our dreams. Obviously, we want to create the life of our dreams. When we're truly tapped into our higher self, our soul, or the God that lives within us, whatever it is that you want to call it, you know what it is that your soul desires. You know what your true goals are in life. And whatever your goals are in life, that is your highest path. You deserve to achieve them. But who would you be without the voice of the ego? If you just had an idea, you had a goal set out for yourself, an ideal version of you that you wanted to become, you know exactly what actions you want to take, you know what goals you want to achieve, and you know exactly what you want to manifest in your reality, who would you be if you were just in full alignment with that version of you and you didn't have the voice of the ego? You didn't have the wavering thoughts. You didn't have the contradictory thoughts. You didn't have the doubtful thoughts, the ego thoughts in any type of negative, sad way. Who would you be? You would be free. You would completely be in alignment with your highest self. The ego tries to protect us, and that's okay. But we can learn to observe it and overcome it over time. And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rahosa, and if this is the first time that you're seeing my face, then welcome. It's so nice to have you here on the channel. So on this channel, I'm here to remind you of your own personal creative power that lives within you, because we were created to create. I believe that whatever your ideal life looks like, whatever vision you have for your future, for yourself, for your highest timeline, that is possible for you and that you can absolutely achieve it. Becoming in alignment with your highest self, with your highest path, with the best possible version of you, that's an internal job. And it's also a very personal journey. But I'm here to support you and walk alongside you on this path, on your journey, in manifesting and calling in and achieving those desires and achieving those goals. So literally, as I was putting together this video, I had the genius idea I really wanted to create a space where I could get together with my community live on Zoom once a month and set goals together, set intentions together, and plant the seeds, which is why this is called The Seed. So what's gonna happen is on the first Monday of every month, starting on May 1st, I'll be welcoming you into the Zoom call. This space is really dedicated to setting our clear goals for the month ahead, setting a plan of action, writing down and declaring what it is that we desire to manifest, and literally planting the seeds, which is why this is called The Seeds, for your desires to manifest. Because where attention goes, energy flows. So we're going to be putting all of our attention and intention into the life that we're creating. And on top of that, there's going to be a community of support to help magnify and amplify your goals, your voice, your intentions for the month ahead. You're going to have my support and really just build this momentum and amplify your intention of manifesting your desired reality into your reality. So if you want to get into this first month that I'm going to be doing it, make sure you do it before the spots fill up. I'm so excited to see you there. So excited to hear your intentions for the month of May, and I'm excited to support you. I'll leave more information in the description down below if you want to get more info on that. Now let's get back into the video. It is my belief and it's my perspective. It's our goal in life as human beings, like one of the reasons we literally came down into this physical earth to have this human experience, is to overcome the ego. But not completely, obviously, because we're still always going to have an ego, but to overcome it as much as possible and to align with our true self, which is that God essence that lives within us, our higher self, our soul, the energetic realm, like whatever it is that you want to call this force and source that lives within each of us, this universal infinite intelligence that is beyond the limitations of the human body. It doesn't matter what you want to call it. What matters is that you understand that there are these two forces in play. You have your higher self and you have your lower self. You have your ego. We all have an ego. Literally nobody comes into this earth perfect. If we think that anyone's perfect, we're lying to ourselves, okay? No one's perfect because we have this aspect to ourselves that is constantly bringing us down, like the devil and the angel on our shoulder, right? We have these aspects to us, and it's important to just be aware of them, understand that our role is to observe this egoic force, voice, whatever in our head. We're not going to completely get rid of the ego for good, because there's a reason that we're here on this earth having this human experience where we have an ego. Okay, so we know we got these forces going on, but that doesn't take away from the fact that you have goals and you want to achieve them. So how do we actually practically now go about this? What do? We can have the understanding that we have this ego, but like, what happens when it actually comes up and it starts feeding us these doubts? It starts feeding us the illusion of we can't reach our goals, we shouldn't go for our dreams, the wavering contradictory thoughts that come up that try to stop us from realizing our desires. That in order to receive your desire or get to your goal, you need to be able to expand and prepare your vessel, your body, to receive the thing that you're asking for. Now, I talk about this in another video where I explain, first of all, if you don't know, I study an ancient wisdom called Kabbalah, and I've been studying it my whole life, basically, because my parents were studying it my whole life, so I kind of grew up with the foundational understanding, and then as I got older, I started diving into it on my own. And one of the biggest concepts that are spoken about and taught about in Kabbalah is we can consider humanity to be a vessel. And a vessel, I explained this in another video, but let's say, and this is the human vessel, right? Like this is us. Let's say we're the size of this water bottle. This is our energetic vessel and capacity to receive. Now, this water bottle, like us human vessels, can only receive the amount of water or light or blessings or manifestations that our vessel can handle. As amazing as water is, if there's more water than the amount that this container can hold, it's gonna overflow. It doesn't matter how amazing water is, this water bottle can only hold this much water. In order to receive more water, we're gonna need a bigger vessel. So it's the same thing with our manifestations and with our desires. We may want $1 million. We may want to get healthy. We may want to lose weight. We may want to be in a healthy, committed, loving relationship. We may want to get a new job. These are things that we want, right? And we have our desires for a reason, and we can always manifest our true desires. But the question is, are we ready to receive it? Is our vessel prepared? Have we expanded ourselves enough to the point where if our desire comes into our life, are we ready to receive it? Will we truly get the full fulfillment from our desire coming into our reality? Or are we going to self-sabotage ourselves when it comes in? Or are we going to fight it? Are we going to resist it? Are we going to not be happy and fulfilled when it comes into our life because we weren't ready for it, right? So this is the process of manifestation, is getting ourselves ready, preparing our vessel, expanding our capacity to receive the thing that we are asking for and desiring. Although we want certain things, is our self-concept in alignment with the version of us that is ready to receive it? And a really good way to know if we're ready to receive it is, how do you feel when you think about that thing? Do you feel like it's just natural, it's normal, like of course it's coming in? Or do you feel far away from it? That is the indicator of if your vessel is ready for it. If you feel like it's natural, it's ready, and of course it's coming any minute now because this is my life, this is who I am, and I am ready for this thing, that's how you know you're expanding your vessel and you're getting ready to receive the thing. You're getting ready to achieve the goal. But if you feel like it's far away, you don't really feel like it's your life yet, you don't feel like you are a person who has the thing that you desire, your self-concept, your self-identity is not in alignment with this version of you that you want to become, that doesn't mean you're not going to get your desire. But what it means is your goal is, instead of focusing on getting the desire, your goal should be on preparing yourself to receive the desire, preparing your vessel, expanding yourself to be able to let it in. So I want to break it down, simplify it for you right now. What is the 3-step process that you can do to realize your desires? Number 1 is knowing what we spoke about in the beginning of this video, which is that we have those two forces and voices within us, and that is our ego and our soul. Know that your true essence is your soul, is the God that lives within you, is your creator power that you possess in this life. That is who you truly are, okay? Once you know that, You have the power. And a great way that I kind of come back to this truth and understanding is I will go into meditation, or I'll just take some time away from the distractions of this world, the constant, stimulation happening around us, the constant external world trying to suck us into the happenings of our 3D external circumstances, and instead bring the focus back to who am I truly? What am I doing on this earth? What is my purpose here? Who am I? How do I want to serve this world? How do I want to be my best self? What do I truly desire in this life? Asking those questions, getting yourself back to your truth of who you are, which is the creator of your reality, your higher self, and your soul. By doing this, by putting your focus on who you are, naturally, who you are not has to fall away because it's no longer in alignment with your focus, with who you are identifying yourself with. Okay, so that's number one, is really tuning into your truth, who you are, building up that self-concept. Okay, and number two is to start feeding that voice of the God that lives within you, your higher self, your soul. Feed it more, like we said. When the ego voice comes up, which it will, there's going to be doubts when you set a new goal for yourself. As soon as those thoughts come up, stop giving them power, recognize them in the moment. And by the way, this is a practice, okay? This isn't like you hear the ego voice, you hear the doubts, you hear the excuses, and then you just revert back to your old self. No, this is a practice. This takes time. And number three is know that it's okay that this voice comes up. Just redirect it to the life you're creating as much as possible. This is what builds the vessel, is that persistence in the new story over and over and over again, feeding the new thoughts more, feeding your dream life, your desires, your goals more than you're feeding the doubts, the insecurities, the voice of the ego, of the negative force that tries to keep you small. Our purpose here is to expand our vessel. Our purpose here is to be more in alignment with our highest path. And that includes receiving our desires. Us being more in alignment with our soul means getting the things that we're asking for. It doesn't mean leaving it up to chance and fate to bring us our desires. No, it means actually getting ourselves, doing the internal work, the mindset work, the shift in consciousness work to get ourselves to feel like our desire is here. And we do that by expanding our vessel, expanding ourselves, feeling like we are prepared and ready to receive the thing that we're declaring for our lives. The more we expand our vessel, the more higher our consciousness raises. And the more our consciousness raises, the more we desire, the more we can get out of life. It's at those higher levels that you desire more or desire different and better. Life is all about this constant up level of getting to your next level, setting out a new goal, receiving that goal, feeling the joy of having that goal, and then starting the process all over again. Who would you be if you didn't have doubts, if you didn't have fears, you didn't have limitations, you didn't have insecurities, excuses, or any of those negative voices in your head dictating your life? Like, yeah, they're still going to come up, but are you giving them power, or is your focus completely in the life that you're creating and in your achieving your goals and the things that you set out for yourself? That's the true question, and that's the true indicator of the actual quality of life that you're going to be living and the amount of goals that you reach in your life. So I truly hope that this video was super valuable to you. Once again, if you want to join me and all the other community members who are going to be going live on Zoom on May 1st, I'll have the details and the times in the description down below. You can click the link and sign up. But I'd love to have you join me and share with me your goals and your intentions. Declare the life that you want to create with me in this Zoom call, and I will be there to support you, to build you up, to empower you, and to remind you of your badass energy, to remind you of the power that you hold to create the life of your dreams. So I'm excited to see you there. And that's all for me in this video, guys. I hope you got value out of it. If you did, please leave it a like and a comment down below, letting me know what was the most valuable thing you got from this video. Hit the subscribe button for new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And without further ado, I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Love you.